Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Now today's project is all about the kids. Now I have two young kids that I'd like to start teaching how to use tools so that they can fix and create things on their own, just like my dad did many years ago with me. Along the way, I'm also going to show you some tips that I've picked up that are going to make sure that everyone's having a good time, but also make sure that everyone's being safe in the shop. So come on, let's get started. The project today is this simple little candy dispenser that the kids can build and decorate themselves. Now, my kids are definitely too young to be coming out and using the power tools or any saws to cut any wood. So I'm going to do a little bit of prep work to get everything ready, and then they will come out afterwards and do the assembly. All of the materials that we need to make this project are going to be listed down in the video description, so make sure to go check that out. To start, we're going to take our 1x2 piece of pine and we're going to cut it down to size. First, we need 8 pieces that are 4.5 inches long. Now, you can cut these down at the table saw, the miter saw, or even just use a handsaw or a jigsaw if that's all you have available. Next, we need 1 piece that is 6 inches long. So the next thing we need to do is make a few pilot holes for the nails for assembly. Now, kids love pounding in nails with a hammer, however, they will very quickly get bored of it if it's taking too long and it's too difficult. That's where the pilot holes are going to help. It's going to make it much easier for them to drive the nails. It's also going to make sure that they don't have to try to balance a nail and hit it in with the hammer, which is just a recipe for smashed fingers. First, we'll take 2 of our small pieces and drill 3 pilot holes. The first 2 are going to be a 1/2 inch from each end, and then the third one is going to be right in the center. Just drill all the way through with your smallest drill bit. And then when you're done, they should look just like this. Now take the next 3 pieces and drill 2 pilot holes, 1 1/2 inch from each end. These won't need a pilot hole in the center. And once those are done, they should look just like these. We'll take one of those 3 pieces and drill a 1-inch hole through the center. This is so the candy can fall through the dispenser. Now we're going to take our 6-inch piece and we need a 3/8 inch hole in one end. Next, we need to cut a slot about 1.5 inches from that end with the hole in it. This slot's going to be about 1 inch wide. Now you can do this over at the table saw with a miter sled. Just run the piece back and forth over the blade a couple of times, moving it over each time to cut the slot. Another option, if you don't have a table saw with a sled, you can use a drill bit or a Forstner bit to drill out the majority of the waste, and then come back with a saw and some chisels to clean out the slot. All right, now with all of our parts cut out, we just need to do some quick sanding to remove all the sharp corners, make sure nobody gets any splinters. Now that I've got everything sanded down, everything should be ready, but it's always best to do a quick test run just to make sure that everything is correct before I bring out the kids and have them start assembling. All right, so the assembly of this is pretty straightforward. I've got the 3 pieces that have no holes in them. These are going to be the base. So these just line up like this. Next, I take the 2 pieces that have 3 pilot holes in them. They go on each side just like this. Now my other 3 pieces, these have 2 holes each, one on each end, and the one big hole in the center. These go across this way. That should leave you a hole in the middle for this piece. So that looks good. If this piece is a little too big, you can sand it down or use a plane it down a little bit. Just make sure that it's able to be inserted into here and slide out without getting stuck. Now our dispenser is going to get a wooden dowel. We're going to glue that in to the end so that we have a handle. Pull this in and out. And we'll be using hot glue to glue a jar lid onto the top so that we can attach a jar for the candy. All right, so everything's looking good. We've got our project prepped for the kids to come out and help us assemble this. But before I do, I'm going to take a few minutes, do some quick cleanup in the shop. Clean up the dust and the debris on the floor. I'm gonna make sure all my power tools are shut off and those are safe, and put away anything that I don't want the kids messing with, any of the saws, the chisels, anything sharp that they may get hurt on. So Let me do that right quick and then we'll get started. So when you're working with kids in the shop, especially really young kids, you got to remember that we want really simple, easy to build projects. You really don't want anything that's going to take more than about 20-30 minutes at the tops. Anything more than that, they're going to get bored and want to do something else. We're just nailing together some scraps to make some cute little candy dispensers, but the kids are going to absolutely love it. For one, they're getting to make something and build something they didn't have before, but two, they're getting to spend some time with you in your shop. That's how you're going to create the memories that they're going to keep with them for a lifetime.
This is not easier than I thought.
Now, whenever I'm building something with my kids, I like to have them go through two different mindsets when they're working on the project. One is a very structured mindset. This is where we're following directions, we're doing things in a certain way or in a certain order. And the second mindset is a more free-form creativity mindset. This is where they get to do their decorations, they can use markers, they can use crayons, paint, do whatever they want and express themselves in their own way on their project. My hope is by exercising both of these mindsets, you're going to put them on a path of lifelong learning and creativity. Now, one of the most important things about working with kids in the shop, or really with anything else, whether it's gardening or fishing or whatever, is you've got to have patience. There's a very good likelihood that at some point they're going to get bored and want to go do something else. That's fine. Let them go. If you try to force them to stick around and finish the project, hey, let's just do this one more thing, you've now turned it into a chore. It's something that they have to do. So as soon as they're tired and they're ready to go do something else, just let them go and bring it up again later and see if they're more interested in finishing the project.
Okay, we have jelly beans. Oh, I think we're gonna fill this with jelly beans.
And now we take the jar and fill it full of the candy.
Oh.
Wait, candy. So if the tools or the prep work are a bit too much for you to build these for your kids, but you still want to get them introduced into crafts and building things, there are some other options. I mean, I've picked these up at, I think, at Hobby Lobby, a couple of bucks. Lowe's has some really great kits, has everything you need included, and the kids really love these. So these are great options. It takes no prep work on yourself at all. You just open the pack, it has all the instructions and everything you need to have fun with the kids. I hope this video has inspired you to go out and build something with your kids. Start teaching them about tools, about arts and crafts, and building and fixing things. This way we start building the next generation of makers, craftsmen, and artists. If you like this kind of videos, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you see more projects in the future. Thanks for watching.